The 6-62927 lubrication and maintenance kit is packaged and sold to allow you to maintain your Lionel trains. In the package, you receive a bottle of track cleaning solution. This solution is intended to be used with a rag to clean the carbon off of the rails that accumulates over time of operating the train. If you run your fingers along the track and look, and you've got black on your fingers, then your track is definitely dirty and needs to be cleaned. For stubborn areas that the track cleaning solution won't remove the carbon, we include these track erasers. These erasers can be used to get that stubborn carbon off the track. The kit also includes a tube of multi-purpose lubricant. This is grease. When using the grease for the first time, you'll need to use a pair of side cutters or scissors to remove the protection from the top of the container. That'll open the container up and allow you to access the grease inside. The grease is intended for gears. And in just a moment, when we lubricate a locomotive, we'll show you what to and what not to lubricate with that grease. Finally, in the kit, you get a tube of liquid lubricant. This lubricant is designed to oil axles, bearings, anything that has constant motion on it, which we'll show you later. Again, the top of this oil container will need to be clipped off for the oil to come out. You want to try to cut this as near to the top as possible so that you can maintain a needle point on the applicator. One of the things we do in Lionel customer service is we take the lubricant from this tube and we locate a bottle with a needle point applicator on it. We transfer the oil from this tube into this applicator so that we've got this needle point so we can get exact oiling of the product that we're working on. Just a little trick for you to keep in mind. One of the best forms of maintenance you can perform to your Lionel trains is preventive maintenance. In this video, we're going to discuss how to properly lubricate a Lionel locomotive. If, after years of operation, you find that the performance of your locomotive begins to degrade, we recommend that you take your train to a factory-trained authorized service station to have it inspected. A list of factory-trained authorized service stations can be found on our website at www.lionel.com. If you feel your train needs serviced and there's not a service station in your area, you can contact Lionel customer service at the number on the bottom of the screen now. We can issue an RA, bring the locomotive in for repair. We do perform both warranty and non-warranty service at Lionel. Your train is under a 1-year warranty from the date of purchase, good on products up to 3 years old. If your product is outside of that warranty period, we do offer very reasonable rates for service on older equipment. Our turnaround time is quick, efficient, and your product is thoroughly tested before being returned. For a Lionel ready-to-run locomotive, the proper way to lubricate and maintain the locomotive is as follows. You want to make sure that the collector rollers are clean. To do this, you can use the track eraser and go across these rollers to clean off any excess carbon. You want to use the oil applicator to apply just a small dab of oil on the axle, where the axle goes through the frame. You want to do this to both sides of the axle on either side of the frame. You can also place a small dab of oil here on the axle for the collector roller. That will prevent this from squeaking when it runs around the track. It's also a good idea to apply a dab of oil to the side rod screws, all 4 of them on each side, to keep those from squeaking as well. It's very important that if you're using the smoke unit on your locomotive, that you keep the smoke unit wet with smoke fluid, that is. If you do not intend to use the smoke unit, locate the switch on your locomotive and turn the smoke unit off. Otherwise, permanent damage may occur to the smoke unit. In instances such as a 442, such as this model, we can see that we have exposed gears here on the side of the wheels. We definitely do not want to apply grease to this surface. Having wet grease or oil on these gears will simply attract debris that we don't want, such as tinsel, debris laying on the track, small carpet fibers, etc. This type of debris, when caught up in the gears, causes a great deal of problems. It will force the motor to work harder and the reverse unit to work harder, which will ultimately degrade the performance of the locomotive to a point where it no longer runs and will require service. On a locomotive such as this, a small dab of oil on the axles in the front, on the axles where they go through the frame, here on the driver portion, back on the trailing truck as well, just a small dab of oil to keep that lubricated. Again, on the side rod screws to keep that free and not squeaking. And again, smoke fluid if you intend to use the smoke unit. If not, make sure you go to the switch on the underside and turn it off so that we don't damage the smoke unit.